This presentation reviews why and how to teach students 21st century skills through a social entrepreneurial project. It is a companion video to the Endangered Animals video, which should be viewed first. Tony Wagner and Young Zhao are educational thought leaders who write about the need to teach 21st century skills such as creativity, collaboration, and problem solving to better prepare our children for college, as well as the entrepreneurial jobs of the future, many of which don't even exist yet. The Girl Scout program is a working example of the project-based learning advocated by Tony Wagner and Young Zhao. The Girl Scout mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character and make the world a better place. The leadership experience is based on a national model that promotes leadership skills and teaches girls to form lifelong friendships. The Girl Scout program has 3 keys. 1, the girls need to discover their values and what's important to them. Then they need to connect with others locally and globally in order to take action and make the world a better place through projects. There are 3 key principles for every project. The projects have to be girl-led, they have to learn by doing, and they have to work in groups cooperatively. Our project was the Endangered Animal Project. We had 45 after-school hours and 25 9-year-old Girl Scouts. We found a social cause that they passionately believed in, and then we designed and sold a product to support that cause. We divided the girls into a corporate structure with the teams you can see here. And then we had a 1-year time frame to basically start it out with developing our norms and values. And we did this cooperatively, and the girls voted on the waterfall crest for our troop. Then they brainstormed on what cause we wanted, and they picked endangered species. We visited the Bronx Zoo, and they picked chimpanzees as our animal. They picked pennies as our product. And then we picked green as the color for our design, and we picked one color because it was the least expensive. In January, we conducted focus groups in order to identify ways to improve our product. And then in February, March, we created a flash mob. We wrote lyrics and choreographed a dance to launch our product. In April, we focused on sales locally, and in May, we continued public relations to raise awareness of our product and sales. One of the great parts of project-based learning is that it requires application of content area skills in an interdisciplinary method in order to execute the project. Examples included the study of animal habitats and endangered species facts for science and product design for engineering. Many of our tasks also included the development of 21st century skills such as cooperative learning, entrepreneurship, and marketing. And in that case, we also found that troop parents and community resources were extremely helpful. For example, we had a professor of entrepreneurship at Pace that helped teach us entrepreneurship, who also happened to be a troop parent. If you're planning on teaching project-based learning at your local school, you may find, like we did, that space and technology access was both critical and difficult. The school facility didn't provide a lot of small rooms for group work or pervasive access to technology. We had to bring a lot of hardware in ourselves. There were a lot of software skills to master, and we were bringing in a lot of flip chart paper and markers for all of the group work. If you plan to teach project-based learning, there are 7 key project preparation tasks that we would recommend. First of all is creating that overall project schedule that we shared with you earlier, and be prepared to have it be flexible in how it evolves. It's important to set the group norms first and revisit them periodically. We certainly needed to. You need to get comfortable with group work, especially the cooperative brainstorming and decision-making process. The key thing we had to keep reminding parents was the adults should not write on the flip charts. The students are the ones that need to really take control of this process. If you're setting up a company, you really need to carefully define the teams and the jobs and the performance expectations and the rewards. It's really important to identify some key vendors and community members to help with the project. We found the graphic designer was key, and the use of technology, again, requires a lot of advanced preparation. In terms of lessons learned, again, avoid the temptation to take over. If the project is going to be truly student-driven, then you need to allow them the freedom to experiment and make mistakes. Make sure you have at least 2 hours per session if you're going to bring in a community speaker, allow the students to meet in small groups, and then report back. Access to technology is critical, and make sure you have enough preparation time. Make sure that people know how to treat each other respectfully and nicely, and that needed a lot of revisiting for us. And realize that purposeful chaos works. A lot of times there's a lot of structure in the content areas. This kind of experimentation oftentimes feels chaotic, but real progress is being made. So how did we know how the girls felt about this type of learning? Well, we know they had a complete sense of ownership over the cause, the animal, and the product. They kept producing materials on their own time, and they kept coming Fridays after school, and they didn't want to leave. They got to move around, spend time with their friends, and we truly had a blast. The girls also earned 7 skills badges, which Girl Scouts awards for many 21st century-like skills, as you can see here, for product designer and business owner. What we'd like to do now is show you 8 demonstration vignettes of the girls actually learning 21st century skills.
We all work together on everything, and we're all presenting. So, to start it off, we have 2 categories: water conservation and animals.
I saw cell phone color. We our panda logo on it.
Then we can.
And we put our panda logo on it. Best idea. Save endangered species. Humans aren't the only ones on planet Earth.
Because we're destroying their land and their homes and all of them. So the more animals we destroy, the sooner there will be no animals left. And we'll just have to live as do.
She'll train everyone who wants to be trained on how to do this. Where did you find the Help Us? Like, that was so clever, the help graphics.
We went on to Google and we searched different kinds of endangered animals, and then we dragged that and we uploaded it onto iPhoto. And then when we click the photo over here, you go to photos, and then we have right click.
Why is there pickle photos?
And then
How'd you get
and
like
then
it said like help us in the beginning? How'd you get that to go on?
how did I get like?
But when it said help us, like in the beginning.
That was so powerful. Wasn't that Help Us very powerful? Because that was the animals who can't talk. I felt like they were talking to me.
Like there's titles in the beginning with the curtain, and then
How'd you get it to like sparkle and say help us and that kind of
well,
color?
you scroll down, and then there's different kinds of there's pixie dust, and then there's when you click on it, you can drag it anywhere you want, and then when you insert it, you can put like different backgrounds.
I think we should do the one that's all black because it's kind of like the monkeys are like fading out of the world. They're not like if they're endangered, like the black show, like if they were in color, it'd kind of be like, oh, they're here. Then it's like they're fading away. And then in black, it's like, oh my God, they're like fading away. They're gonna be extinct.
Okay, everyone stand in front of me so I can see you all. We will be deciding between the green and the white. Other? I guess other. Yep. So anyone who wants to vote, close your eyes. Okay, raise your hand if you want green and white. Hands down. Raise your hand if you want other. Hands down. The light green and the white. 1.
We're Cute Chimps 102, and here's some photos. Like this guy's really cute. Is this on Facebook? No. This is, Instagram. And yeah, so and you. What's an Instagram? So if you don't know what Instagram is, it's like Facebook for kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. La 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 la. Oh. I want to hear it. Can I hear it? Hey boy, I saw you cutting down a tree, and I was like, OMG. So I went and saved that chimpanzee. Oh, now the chimp's been hanging out with that endangered frown, looking all down, 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 down. Oh, remember when chimps were everywhere? We don't know that time. Yeah. And we know it has to run with where, and it can't be nowhere. Or hair. And now they're here. And now it's like losing hair? No. Oh my God, remember when you lose hair? Now they're in small. And now they're becoming bare. Get it? Like, you know, bare, like they're barely there. But now they're like bare. Remember like there. Wait. Now they're like, why is it? Kate. Oh my God,
Oh, boy.
Tommy, you are 5.
I'm 11.
And I'm 5 with a 1.
The one.
Okay, 11, 5,
Thanks for coming.
51.
Yeah, you got it. That's old. Holy crow. I feel old saying it.
10, 15, 25, 20, 25 or more.
25.
25?
Your turn.
Yeah, I think 20. I don't know that I would not pay 25, but somehow the 20 just like seems right. It's,
19.99. How's that?
Yeah!